one.
Okay, hello. My name is manztellen, and this is Patapon. And yeah, again, sorry for the delay itself. So yeah, today I'll be playing some Patapon with also one of my commentators itself called Matip Warrior. Uh, if you hear Matip, you can just say hi now.
I'm here.
Okay, that's good enough. So 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 you ready to start the game, man?
Yes. Go.
Okay, so after I clicking the new game, the time will start. So 3, 2, 1, go. Well, now we're going to see this majestic cutscene itself, talking about the tribe that will be playing tonight. Sorry, it's tonight in here. So tribe we'll be talking about now, which is Patapon. Could you care talk to us about the Patapon itself, Matkip?
The Patapons, they're basically a bunch of circle eyeball boys, and they have different weapons. There's multiple different classes, and what we play as is the Great Almighty, which is like the Patapon god itself. And kind of the whole point of this game is that it's a rhythm-based strategy game where we use our units to try beating up basically square eyeball boys and some other monsters.
Yeah, the game is literally just us as a circular guy bidding against the square guy. So I'm just going to click sign here to confirm our action to become the, I don't know, the goddess of Patapon, I guess. Okay, so yeah, talk about the game itself. For now, it's just all about the tutorial of the game. So we literally just going to watch this 1 minute cutscene again about all the Patapon trying to find their god itself. And yeah, so we'll see here.
So right now we just got the pawn drum. As you notice that big blue drum, and he made some noises. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna slap it a couple times to wake up Patapon, which is the character that we'll see quite soon. So yeah, this is Patapon. He's like the center of the army, and basically, if there's a couple lose conditions for missions. One is you lose all your units, and one is you lose Patapon. And so he's basically, you want to keep him alive as much as possible. The good thing is for this run, we won't have to worry about that. But right here, we're actually getting the Patadrum, which is the red drum. It's a square button. As you notice, they kind of like each drum corresponds to a button. So there's 4 in the game. We'll only be seeing 3 of them. So we already see 2 right now. And then right after this cutscene, we're actually going to be learning our first song. It's called the March Command, and that just allows us to go forward. And that's basically this whole first mission, is just marching forward. And we'll start seeing further on, or after we start marching for a little bit, we'll actually start seeing the Yari Pawns, which are these little spear throwing guys. And we'll actually be getting 3 in this mission. And I'll talk a little bit about Fever while we have it right now. Fever has a couple interesting aspects. It allows for extra movement and also like extra attack power and such. And actually, units have different they have like the same attack, but it's like upgraded attack while they're in Fever when compared to not Fever. And we'll also see that there is we'll see the Zigatons, which are the main antagonists, the red square boys, and then we'll actually see the boss we're supposed to be defeating for this particular run, which is Dodonga, and he'll be coming from behind us. Sadly, we can't kill him in this cutscenes or this stage because we don't have the attack command unlocked and he's behind us, so we basically just have to run away.
Yeah, this is Dodonga. So yeah, basically this is just a tutorial mission, and we finished the stage. Yeah, there's not much to say itself about the game. I mean, the game speaks for itself. Like it's like has a minimal design of it, and well, it's basically a rhythm-based game. So you just like gotta know which button you need to pick and which rhythm you need to choose. Okay, and now we go to the Patapon tribe itself, which is called Patapolis, which is our hometown. Care to explain about it, Mutkat?
Really not much to it. This is just a place where we set up our army. There's some mini games that we could play here, but we won't be doing any of those because it's too short a run to really be using those. Any percent uses them a little bit more, but we don't use a ton of them. But this is so that little character that's talking to us right now is Madan. She's like the priestess. So she's kind of like the Patapon leader amongst the Patapons, but we're like the Almighty, so we're like their god.
Yeah.
Madan basically is just like the median between us and the Patapons. Well, also Hatapon as well. But now we're actually going to be learning the attack song, which they attack. It's really what they do. And we'll actually see a little bit of difference between the Yaripon's fever attack and their non-fever attack. As you can tell right now, they're on the ground and just throwing their spears. And then they actually, when they get into fever, they actually jump up and throw their spears, so they have a little bit more range and they do extra damage. And right here, we're just, this is just like a basic hunting mission. It's kind of tutorial to, okay, this is hunting, so you're supposed to do for a hunting mission. And as you see, there's multiple different animals here. So there's these birds. I call them birds. They're called motitis, and they like running away a lot. And luckily, we actually get some pretty good spear RNG, because where the spears are actually thrown is like RNG related, so they can go anywhere. And then those other ones, I'm not sure what animal they're close to, but they're pretty loose. And basically, we get those little circles on the ground that are like flashing, spinning around. That's the Ching. We'll need that for making units later. It's like a universal currency for making units. And we're hoping for maybe like a tree branch here, which is like a resource also used for making units. And if we don't see one here, that's fine. That's what we're really hoping for.
Yeah, we just hope that we actually get at least one in the next 3 stage 2, actually 2 stage. Okay, that's way too far.
Yeah, this is just a basic like hunting mission. I will say a lot of the missions that we're gonna be doing are kind of like more tutorial missions rather than like actual like story missions. Like it'll be like setting up the story, setting up okay this unit is because actually the next mission we'll be setting up basically a tutorial for the next unit that we're gonna be getting, which is the Patapon.
Okay, and now we're ending our hunting session. Well, I mean, at least we got all of them, so yeah, that's a lot of kaching.
The birds tend to run away from us.
Yeah. again, like the first two mission is almost like a tutorial game. We just learn how to hunting, we learn how to move, we learn how to attack, and then for the next stage, we actually getting a new unit. Well, care to explain about this amazing new unit, Motkev?
I was gonna wait until we actually get into the mission,
Ah, yeah.
but the new unit, like I said, it's a Patapon. He's basically a sword and shield wielder. He's a melee damager. As you can tell, the Yaripon's a more ranged unit. So it's basically a main army composition for is like they have a front line, which is either like a sword and shield, or there's another unit that we won't see, which is a horse, basically, or like a cavalry unit. And then there's another one as well, which is like a big giant club using guy. But basically, what the Patapon is he just goes as close as possible to the enemy and then just starts swinging his sword. And he's pretty useful for like defeating like very close and down to the ground like obstacles. Like this mission doesn't have any of those obstacles, but it does have these giant wall things, which are they will hopefully get destroyed in one hit from Ban, the Patapon, which he's very overpowered. Sadly, we will not be able to keep him from this mission just because of he actually like dies at the end of the mission, and he gives us the memory, the Patapon memory, which allows us to start creating Patapons. I wish we could keep this guy, but sadly we haven't been able to figure out a way to skip the trigger, because we haven't really been able to figure out any ways to skip triggers. We can figure it out, then we can. But yeah, we just kind of go through this mission, and then this is the first appearance. Well, this isn't the first appearance of the Zigaton, because we saw them in the first like marching mission, but this is the first time we fight them. As you can tell, their units are gonna be, they're gonna have the same style units where they're gonna have Patapons, Yaripons, and the such. They'll have the basically the same units for this. And really, this mission we're kind of hoping for. We're still hoping for that tree branch drop. Any an iron bow might be okay, or an iron spear would be also fine. The iron cap or the iron helmet we just got. Okay, Ban just did the thing last. He literally just sometimes what he does, he just like runs up to the obstacle and doesn't attack.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, that's like a classic Ban move.
Okay, so yeah, that iron spear is guaranteed. Actually, a lot of the items in this mission, except for those iron helmets. So the two stones are guaranteed. The Patapon memory is guaranteed. The shield is always drops from Ban as he dies. What's the friendship from where the little butterfly thing? Which I'm not too sure why that happens.
So yeah,
okay, go ahead.
okay. So I mean, this is like a decent loot that we get. The two iron helmet itself is kind of fine, but we actually kind of want to get at least like sticks or either another iron spear would be great. But for now, I think this is a fine one. So yeah, for the next one, we're going to make a unit. This is called Matter. So Matter is essentially like a recruitment place. So I'm going to make these two. What's it called again? I forgot actually. So the two sword guys. So, I mean, essentially, you can just not make these two sword guys in this mission, but it will be really finicky because they're also going to do attack with their Tateton, or essentially their type of sword guy. So it's best to just make at this point.
So yeah, this is just basically another like, it's not like a tutorial per se, but it's going like use what you learned from the first mission with the Patapon, with Ban. Like, have Have you learned how Patapons work and such? And really, the thing that the Patapons pretty much excel at is just protecting your backline, which, because your Yaripons are the real damage dealers in this, at least early on in the game. We'll see some Yumi-Pons as well, which are going to be basically archers. Let's get to the next mission.
Yeah.
And those are going to be another really good damage dealer. We'll only be probably getting one, depending on branch drops, because like we'll get a guaranteed branch drop in the mission that we use, or we get the memory. So we'll at least get one, but we're kind of hoping for another true branch. We need to get another Yumi-Pon or Yari-Pon. And there's actually an interesting little thing right here that could speed up, that we could speed up just a little bit, but it's all based on RNG. There's actually a little platoon of the Yari-Pons in there that there's like two of them, the ones that came out to like taunt us.
They come early now.
Backwards. If we can kill those two units, oh we actually got it right there. If you can kill them before the other ones, you actually spawn these two, these Tatatons. And if you can spawn them earlier, you can hence kill them earlier and speed up the mission just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm intentionally killing my fever there because I'm doing the attack move while there's actually no unit to attack. So I'm just going to make another fever again in this section to make it faster.
Yeah, this is just like the big bad unit at the end. He's got quite a bit of health, and I don't remember how much health he has. I think it's somewhere around 200, maybe 300. So he has quite a bit of health, and he takes a lot of damage. But as long as you're in fever for this, you're typically fine.
Yeah, I think it's
actually so that weapon right there is pretty nice for early game. It's a steel axe. It's basically just like it's a pretty decent Patapon drop, or like it's like a sword drop. The weapons are a little like weird. Like some of them are swords, some of them are axes, but I think like it's like a 50-50 split with the Patapons, the weapons they actually use, whereas the Yaripons are spears, the Yumi-Pons are bows. And there's only one. There's another unit that uses like a lot of different like weapons. We don't really have like a defined weapon class that he uses. They're just called Patapon weapons. He uses like gloves, hammers. I'm trying to think of what else he uses. He uses the Dreamweaver, which is I don't even know what that's called. I think it's like a mace. Yeah, he uses maces too.
I think Dreamweaver is a mace technically. Okay.
He also uses the steel mace as well.
Oh wait.
Which is
more
like
Yeah. Now I'm going to optimize my unit again for the next mission. Now this is the time that we get another type of unit, which is the archer boy.
The Yumi-Pons. So there's a chance that we could actually get a little bit of like a weird cutscene glitch, but it's highly based off the placement of the Zigaton units. So we'll see if we can get that. Yeah, we just have to break this wall, beat the archer tower. You'll actually see a little like teaser on what the Yumi-Pons are gonna look like up in that tower. Like the Zigatons have their own archer units, and they're basically gonna look like that, and they're gonna kind of do the same exact thing. But one interesting thing about the Yumi-Pons is that they're actually not that great outside of unit, or outside of fever, because they only shoot like one arrow every attack command, or depending on their attack rate. It's typically only one arrow. But when they're in fever, they actually shoot 3, so like it triples your damage for them. And they kind of just rain. And if you have like a whole platoon of 6, there's so many arrows. There's 18 arrows attacking the enemy. So they're really good for like early game. And just have it all together. We actually, for any percent, we use them all the time.
Oh, okay. I don't think we're going to get this glitch. Yeah, I don't really get it. It's really finicky.
Yeah, we're not getting a good knockback. We might get it.
No, no, no. Oh wait, we get it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, the position was correct. So as you see, like they're like attacking, even though he's like doing different. He's actually doing a march command when they were attacking. That typically doesn't happen. It only happens in like cutscenes or something. That can also technically happen in the fan cutscene, but there's no units to be attacking for that to actually happen. But as you can see, just like Ban, Don, which is the name of this army, is Don the Unipon. He's basically an overpowered machine.
Yeah. My God. That's like a lot of fire over there.
Decent wind RNG. We actually destroyed that tower way earlier than we were almost supposed to. Man,
Yeah. Oh, please don't. Oh, please don't lose that.
Oh, don't lose the stick.
Don't lose the stick, please. Okay, good. Yeah, if you lose the stick,
really
that
bad.
yeah, yeah. If we lose this, I'm sorry about that. If we lose the stick, it means that we need to do the 3 mini game, and you don't want that on this run.
Oh, we don't have to do the 3 mini game, but
Yeah.
and yeah, both of them have like a similar cutscene where it's like they talk about, oh, bring glory to the Patapon, yada yada yada, and move out, and then they give us items.
Yeah.
Wow, we got, that is a lot of iron bows.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, sadly we just going to make like one of them,
Yeah,
which is kind of shame.
Is there any donations? Because we got a little bit of downtime right now.
Well, not right now. So the viewers are letting us down a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But still, there really are no donations. But maybe they need some more incentive to donate. And we do have some incentives and also 2 bid wars. One of the bid wars is the always loved Save or Kill the Animals for Super Metroid, happening tomorrow. So, yeah, do you like animals? Do you want to save them, or do you like speed and want to kill the animals for the speed? So you get to decide. Whichever is in front at the end of the Super Metroid run will decide whether we will let the animals live or not.
Personally, like letting the animals live, but I don't think a lot of people would.
Let's just say I saw marathon runs on world record pace not make world record because they saved the animals because they had to. And therefore, I always vote for killing them.
That is fair. I just like so in this stage, you can see that there's that big scythe wielding boy. He has like a really big helmet too. His name's John, the hot guy. Sadly, this is the only time we see him, but in any percent, you see him like 4 times. He's a pretty cool dude, even though he's supposed to be fighting us. He's probably one of the cooler units, or the cooler peeps in this game. He's got a cool story as well. And basically, this is just an introduction to his character. And in this mission, we'll actually be getting the item that we need to actually go fight the Dodonga, which is pretty cool. And okay, so hopefully we get like some sort of item in this mission as well. We do not like to see the ka-ching. Like, even a tree branch from here, I think would be fine.
I don't think we're going to get revenge here.
I could always check, but I don't think it's too important now.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance. I don't remember where infantry maybe came about this mission, sadly. Even though I'm the one that helped with the drop table. I should know where all the items are. I don't have like an insane memory.
Yeah, no, this is the last wave. We're fighting Gong.
So I didn't really, actually I'll talk about this right now. As you can tell, there's like these little like wisp things, like trying to emulate wind in the background, and that typically doesn't matter, but for at least until we get the UV pawns. The UV pawns are greatly affected by the wind, so if you have a headwind that's going against you, the arrows will go significantly less far. And then if we have a tailwind like right now, the arrows will actually go further, and that affects the UV pawns the most out of all the units. It does affect, I believe, the spear throwing, but it's very minimal and it's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
And it affects one other unit that we won't be seeing. They're called megapawns. They're basically big foreign users. They shoot out notes.
Yeah, like spear is hard to tell because it's like a kind of heavy throw item. So we don't really sure if the wind actually affects it or not. So yeah. So I'm going to do like a detour of this one because we actually didn't get any branch again. So instead I'm just going to make 4 Patapon, which is really unoptimal in Dodonga %, but it's better to have more unit rather than less unit in the run.
Actually, right here in the beginning, we'll be getting the third and final drum of this run. It's the Cheka drum. It's a little green drum that's going to be assigned to the triangle button.
There you go.
And right after that, we'll actually be learning the song. I don't know if anybody caught this, but we actually got like a little like piece of paper. I typically just always like glance over this every single time I do this game. But there's like a little piece of paper that has a little note on it. If you notice that we got that in the, I believe it was the Yumipan or the Dawn mission where we have the overpowered archer. That's when we get the song, and basically this song is just a defense song. It increases your defenses so that you can like take attacks, and it's pretty useful for bosses particularly. It's not super useful for a ton of other stages, but it's mostly, if we're going to be using it, it's going to be in boss stages. And hopefully we don't really have to use it too much because we want to go fast and we rather attack than try to defend, because defend, like, we don't do that much damage. And the different units have different like defend things, or like defend attacks per se. You probably won't see them, but like the Yari pawns that throw them down, and etc. But anyway, this is Dodonga, the big dinosaur thing. I'm still not sure if he's a dinosaur or a dragon. I think people have been debating between the two lately. I just call it a dinosaur. It looks like a dinosaur, looks like a T-Rex.
Yeah, it does look like a dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the little bunny Yumipan that we have. So that's like
that one.
A rare pond, and we need to use higher tier stuff. So there's like a whole tier system in this game of items. It goes from 1 to 4, and the higher tier stuff that you use, the better the rare pawn is that we get. And that's like the first level of rare pawn. He grants extra movement speed, so you'll see him actually go really fast, like much faster than the other Patapons. And he has a little bit of attack boost as well. I believe he he has a little bit of... I forgot the other stat that he gets. I think he gets some crit as well.
Yeah, it has a higher range and also crit. Can confirm that. Okay, so that's the first wave now. Because Dodonga has like a 3-wave game. Yeah, let's just hope that we actually get hard on the second wave. So we want like make Dodonga more weaker in the third wave. In order to do that, we need to hit him hard at the second wave.
Yeah, like Man said, he's like a 3-wave boss fight. So you do damage to him, you hit his damage cap, he jumps away, and then he jumps away again, and then the final like wave can actually beat him. But there is actually a way to do it without him jumping back a second time. It's very difficult, and I'm pretty sure it requires staggering him at least twice, and that's pretty difficult with
Oh, that's quick.
time when they needed to do it early on. And staggering bosses, wow, that was actually a really quick second phase. See you later, I guess. But yeah, it's staggering. I don't know if we'll actually see a stagger, but the stagger basically, he like kind of like, I don't know how to describe his movement during a stagger, but he looks different, and like either ka-ching or an item comes out of him when that happens. So like typically you want to stagger him because you get more stuff. Because he will sit in one place while he's staggered. Oh yeah, and time is coming up soon. And it's gonna be on the start of the celebration, so not when the Dodonga actually like falls over and dies, but when the music starts of the celebration.
Okay, this might be it. So 1, 2, and time. Oh, we got a fire spear. That's really good. Sadly, we're not going to use it. So yeah. So yeah, this is Patapon 1. Also, someone in chat also say that when is Patapon 2? Probably like late game. I'm not like in the mood for speedrunning Patapon 2, but we'll see. I mean, other than that, thank you so much Modkeep Warrior for commentating the run, and also thank you so much for the Patapon community for bringing this that we can actually bring this game to the SpeedCon. And yeah, that's about it. I'm manztellen and I'm out.
Thank you for the run. It was really entertaining, and yeah, it was pretty good time as well at a 31:12. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we do have Dodonga Country Tropical Freeze Funky Only by Mr. Tiger. So look forward to that.